FMU, you're on the air.
Sounded like that guy was going down in a submarine or something, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like a weird...
Right here.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Had a strange sound to it.
It is. Yeah. I'm ready.
Are we ready for what?
My interview.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I forgot.
Yeah. Oh.
I am so sorry.
That's okay.
Is this Myron?
Yeah, it is. Yes, yeah.
Hey, Myron. How are you? I'm so sorry.
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
It's exciting. I should just tell everybody we have an author, Myron Felker.
Oh, are we on the air?
Yes, we are.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
That was very unprofessional of me. Sorry about that.
No. Myron Felkerton. You're an author.
You can call me Milt.
Milt. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a book out now.
I do.
It's called "Give Me Two." How do you phrase it correctly? I'm trying to get the right. Give me 2 McFilet Mignons to go. Was that what it was?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Revealed.
Colon.
Give me 2 McFilet Mignons to go.
Colon.
Revealed.
Colon.
American retail businesses' most secret secrets revealed.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's been a real. Gosh, I'm in that press mode right now where you're just doing like 20 interviews a day.
Sure.
And you just got to find new ways of talking about yourself, basically. But that's never been a problem for me.
To just kind of talk about yourself.
Well, what led me to come up with the idea for the book and to get the book published and all that sort of thing.
Well, like what? Just to give people a basic bit of knowledge here. What is the book about?
Well, basically, the book is about this. There is a whole secret world that the top retail chains are basically keeping a secret from everybody. Mm-hmm. Everything from secret special menus that they don't tell you about to hidden fancy dining rooms in the establishments that you can't see behind special walls, to special secret products and services that the general public knows nothing about and would be shocked to find out exist.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Now, do you have any kind of like what led you? Like, how did you find out about these? If they're a secret from us,
right?
What was your entree into learning about the secret? How would you say it? American retail businesses' most secret secrets.
Absolutely, yes, yeah. Well, a very basic one, and probably the first one that anyone who finds out about this stuff finds out about is there's a chain of burger joints out in California called In-N-Out Burger, and it's not a huge secret, but it's not super well known that they have an alternative vegetarian menu that's not listed on the board above the front counter as you go in.
Okay.
Like you can actually go up and just say, I'd like a so-and-so burger with no meat.
Sure.
And they'll give you basically like a grilled cheese with lettuce and onions and tomatoes on it, something a vegetarian can have, but it's not actually listed. So
sure.
That's a very basic example of this. But it went to a much higher level. For me, one night in 1998, I think I was 22 years old, and it was the incident that actually gave the title to the book.
Okay, and again, just so people are aware, we have author Myron Felkerton on the show, and the book is "Give Me 2 McFilet Mignons to Go: Revealed: American Retail Businesses' Most Secret Secrets Revealed." That's
right. That's correct.
So again...
So, okay, it's 1998.
Yeah.
I was traveling from my home in Rochester, New York, to Boston to see my favorite rock group, the Foo Fighters. And I stopped at a McDonald's to chow down. And I don't know what possessed me to say this, but I went in, I went up to the counter, and as a joke, I kind of like puffed out my chest, too, and I kind of like had this look on my face, and I said, "Give me 2 McFilet Mignons to go." Like that, like just kind of like, there's no question about this.
Yeah, yeah.
And the kid behind the counter kind of took a step back, and he looked startled or something for a second. And he goes, excuse me? And I said it again, but this time, like, I got even more kind of menacing.
Sure.
And I said, I think you know what I'm talking about. And I did this hand gesture that's kind of like, did you ever watch the Hudson Brothers?
The Hudson Brothers, yeah.
It was like my older brother used to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a kid's Saturday morning show I guess in like the mid-'70s or something. And they would do this thing where they would snap their fingers and also like hit their palm to their fist and like make a noise like, I don't know if you can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
Sure.
sort of thing.
Yeah,
and so I did that gesture to this kid.
Uh-huh.
And the kid just kind of just walks off.
Mm-hmm.
And about 10 minutes later, he comes back with these 2 beautifully prepared steaks on these china plates, like fine china.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So you say jokingly,
Totally jokingly, yes.
I want 2 McFilet Mignons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't know what you're drinking there, but...
I'm sorry. My throat is so dry. Like I said, I've just been like just yakking away all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said, give me 2 McFilet Mignons.
Are you mad at me about that?
No, I'm not. It
Okay.
was... don't worry. I apologize for mentioning it.
Okay.
You said, give me 2 McFilet Mignons to go. Did you say to go?
I did, yes. Yeah.
Okay. And he brought over these plated things.
Yeah.
So
I was astounded. They were great steaks too.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing. So I was kind of like in shock all night. I couldn't really concentrate on the Foo Fighters concert, even though it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened? So the next day, I want to see if I can do it again.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So I go to the Starbucks. It was like the only Starbucks in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right at that time when that kind of Starbuckian vernacular was really starting to kick in, like tall, grande, venti, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I saunter up to the counter, and there's a young girl there, and I stroke my chin and I go, "Give me an enorme latte."
Enorme.
Yes, and so I was taking Italian at school, and I was pretty sure that enorme might mean like big, I wasn't exactly sure.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes back with this, basically a bucket of a latte, like a bucket,
like a water bucket, like
absolutely
a
huge.
Yeah,
and it was and she charged me like $1 for it, but it was great.
But it was wow, all because you said give me an enorme.
And I was stroking my chin, like that was part of it. That was part of the secret code. I guess
Wow.
So over the years, I've just been amassing these corporate secrets, and it's been very interesting. And it's basically it's all about the secret code words you use, the mannerisms that signal to the person that you're in the know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear more?
Yes, please. This is
Well,
very fascinating.
Continuing with Starbucks, I'll bet you didn't know that they have a whole line of gourmet hot dogs, did you?
What was that?
Gourmet hot dogs?
At Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
They have gourmet hot dogs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you go up there and you say, "Give me a dog," and you give a very specific wink. Or to the woman who's there, or like a hand gesture to the guy. And it's all in the book. It's all in the book. And voila, a gourmet hot dog platter is waiting for you. Yeah.
No, like what kind of special look are you giving?
It's in the book. I'm here to sell the book. I'm here to pump the book.
That's true. That's
okay.
True.
So that's you got to see that to.
So they have gourmet hot dogs at Starbucks.
They do. Yeah.
McDonald's has a McFilet Mignon.
They do. Yep.
And you also mentioned that you got a giant bucket full of coffee.
An enorme, yeah.
An enorme for $1.
I did, yeah. Jiffy Lube?
Yes. Yeah.
If you go there and you give those grease monkeys like a secret look, they'll not only change your oil, but they'll wash your car and they'll fill it with gas for free. I've had it done many times.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All from just a special look.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you ever been to Gene Simmons Toyota?
Yes.
In Newbridge,
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you've seen all those Priuses and the Camrys, right? Those they're super shiny and cool looking.
Yeah.
I went there and I was kind of pricing Camrys, and they gave me one of the secret ones.
What do you mean? A secret car?
Yeah, yeah.
A secret Camry.
Yep.
What do you mean by a secret Camry?
It's got 2 engines.
I'm not following you.
Yeah, it's got like a normal engine,
Yeah.
and it's got like this super like cop car engine also. So when you put the 2 of them on at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like a rocket sled.
Your car goes that
Yeah,
way. Like, how
yeah.
fast do you get your car going?
180.
180.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like, I mean, it totally gives new meaning to that Kiss song, "Rocket Ride."
I know that song, Rocket Ride.
Yeah, it
sure.
goes like, "Baby wants it fast, baby wants a blast, she wants a rocket ride."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that, wow. So, and it said that was based on just a look?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I can go to a movie theater.
Uh-huh.
I'll be sitting there. Say it's like 10 minutes in. I hate the movie. I'm not into this at all.
Mm-hmm.
All I have to do is I just walk over to the manager, snap my fingers in a certain way,
Okay.
lean a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and they change it immediately.
They changed the movie.
Yep.
What do you mean they, to what?
They put on something else. I did it last Friday.
So you're at the movies last Friday.
Yeah.
What time?
Like 9:15. It was when Rio opened.
Rio, the
Yeah.
animated thing.
Yeah, I wasn't into it at all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
So
seeing this
I'm
movie.
hating it basically.
Uh-huh.
And I go up to the kid, who's the manager at this place, and it's like, nope. And he puts up the new Hodgman flick.
What's that?
He puts up the new Hodgman flick.
The new, what do you mean, the new Hodgman flick?
John Hodgman.
Okay,
Yeah.
John Hodgman, what is the new John Hodgman flick?
Well, he plays Max in those in that TV show about the computers.
Yeah, no, I know that show.
Yeah.
But he's got a movie out?
Yeah.
What is the movie called?
Arthur. Why?
And you ordered that, you that's considered a John Hodgman movie?
Yeah, I think it was on the marquee like that, wasn't it?
What do you mean, like John Hodgman in?
John Hodgman is Arthur.
I don't know if he's Arthur in the
Sure
movie.
he is.
I don't think he is.
He's lost some. He's taller in this thing. Like everything is the clothing is different. It's a different look for him.
I don't think that's John Hodgman.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I could wiki that later, I guess.
Yeah, but anyway, you changed movies.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it's all how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, speaking of movies,
Yeah.
this is a little bit off topic, but it also is in the realms of the secret stuff, which is a new book I'm working on about more kind of cultural secrets. You know how there's that rumor that's been persistent about how if you sync up Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon with the Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
it's like this weird experience where it all kind of matches up?
Yes. People say it syncs up.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's kind of questionable. It's not that great when you get down to it.
Okay.
It's a little, you kind of read a lot into it,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. It's not super obvious. I didn't think anyway. But there is an album and a movie that, when synced up, creates the most amazing experience probably ever. I'm not being, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not being, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dramatic?
Yeah, dramatic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not being dramatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Do you know what they are?
Yes, please.
Well, the album is Asia's second album, Alpha.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And the film is Trading Places,
So the movie Trading Places,
the Eddie Murphy film.
yeah,
Yeah.
syncs up with the second Asia album.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, they both came out in 1983.
Uh-huh.
And the amazing thing is with this, not only do they sync up perfectly, but it creates this weird energy vortex that actually sucks the viewer into the movie.
You're confusing me a little bit here.
It's exactly what I just told you. The words that I spoke are exactly what I meant to speak.
That it is an energy vortex?
Yep.
That draws you. You mean like it really just comes to life?
No, you're sucked into it. You're suddenly in Philadelphia with those characters. You're trading stocks with those old dudes. You're rocking the sheets with Jamie Lee Curtis.
You mean that I'm in that world?
Yeah.
And the Asia album is playing?
Yep.
And what if somebody takes the album off?
Well, see, you're still in there. There's only one way to get out of it.
What's that?
Well, the only way back out of the movie is to say this specific line from the film 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can you say what line it is?
Once you've had a man with no legs, you can never go back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you need to say that 3 times, and then you get out of the energy vortex.
Exactly, yeah.
That drew you literally into the reality of the movie.
Absolutely. It's like that one segment in that horror trilogy where Emilio Estevez gets sucked into that video game with the Bishop of Blorf.
When Emilio Estevez... I don't know what movie that is. Emilio Estevez got pulled into a video game?
Yeah. Everyone knows this movie.
I don't.
Wiki it.
Really?
Yes.
I actually am going to right now.
Emilio Estevez. IMDb him. I want to say it was from like 1980, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay. All right, just waiting for my internet.
John Larroquette, I think, was in the other in one of the other ones.
Okay.
In it.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Video.
He's the brother of Martin Sheen.
Emilio Estevez video game movie. It's called Nightmares.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he gets sucked into the game.
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't seen this and you have a radio show.
That I haven't seen Nightmares.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't.
Okay.
It's a collection of 4 stories, Nightmares.
Oh, I thought it was 3. Jeez, I learn something every day, too. I've been schooling you all night. Now you just schooled me.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know if you've been schooling me all night. You're kind of teaching us about...
I am.
Again, let me just reiterate for the listeners at home. My guest is Myron Felkerton. He is an author, and his new book is called Give Me 2 McFilet Mignons to Go, Revealed. American Retail Businesses' Most Secret Secrets Revealed.
That's right.
Now, it was necessary for you to put this revealed in there when you have the word revealed twice in your book.
I insisted on that. I think it just hammers it home. Don't you?
Sure.
I'm fairly certain it's the only book released that month with 2 colons in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But getting back to this Emilio Estevez flick.
Yeah.
If you sync that film up with a specific album, it does the whole thing, too.
With the Emilio Estevez movie Nightmares.
Yeah, with Juice Newton's first album.
With the first Juice Newton album.
Yeah. But in all honesty, all it does is basically it makes the room that you're in smell like wet, hard fudge.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that one.
Yeah. Anyway, John Landis, Eddie Murphy, Steve Howe, and Carl Palmer worked this whole thing out that before either the film or the album was made that this would happen. And they thought it would be a huge crossover thing, but turns out that not everybody knew that line, you had to say that line once you had a man with no legs, you'll never go back.
Uh-huh.
Not everyone knew to say that, so there's still like hundreds of people trapped in it.
Trapped in the world.
Yep. And if you compare an early print of that film to one that's made now, you'll see like 200 more people in those city street scenes.
And are they looking terrified?
Oh, yeah. Hungry.
So they can't eat.
They can't eat anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Steve Howe from Asia.
Yeah.
You know that he was in the band Yes, right?
Yes.
Before he was in Asia?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you probably know that John Anderson, who was the vocalist for Yes since the beginning, he quit the band around 1980, and he was replaced by Trevor Horn, who was in that band The Buggles, who did Video Killed the Radio Star.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, nobody really knows this, but Trevor Horn actually quit Yes soon after joining because he was having a really hard time hitting those super high notes.
Okay.
He had a high voice to begin with, but just he was having a hard time with it. So he ended up leaving, and the band didn't really know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that the actor Sam Elliott was doing some voiceover work at the studio next to the one Yes was in.
Okay.
And Yes's bassist, Chris Squire, heard him singing a song for his voiceover thing.
Yeah.
and he got knocked out. He was like blown away by this cat's voice.
By the voice of Sam Elliott.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so they asked him to cut a few tracks, and he did.
To cut a few tracks.
Can you imagine that?
You know what? I kind of can't.
No, because he has a little different voice than John Anderson.
Very deep.
Yeah, very deep.
Mm-hmm.
Very Texas-y.
Yeah.
Texanian?
I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah. And so they loved him, and they were actually planning on going on tour with him. But they realized it was so different that they had to do it under a different name, like a new name to match their new singer's voice.
Yeah.
So they were going to call it Yep instead of Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
So the Yes changed their name to Yep.
Just for like a week or so, and it actually didn't work out because all the songs had to be like knocked down 5 octaves for him to sing them.
Uh-huh.
And then they realized that if they go out and tour, that nobody would even recognize these songs because they're so different now. And so it would be like, I've seen all good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied I'm on my way. Set a straight and stronger course for the corner of your own life. Make the White Queen run so fast she hasn't got time to make you war. Be like that.
Sure. Yeah, that's how those...
Yeah, beat a roundabout. And they got into a huge fight, too. They beat the heck out of him.
Out of who?
Out of Sam Elliott. Those guys were like bullies. Yeah.
The guys in Yes were.
Oh, my God. Super tough dudes. You'd never think so.
I would. That's a weird call. I would never have called that.
Yeah. Mean. Very mean. Hey, getting back to the book.
Mm-hmm.
You know that art supply store, Michael's?
Sure.
You get crafts and stuff?
Yep.
I can go in there. They not only give me the art materials for half price or free a lot of times, they actually do the projects for me.
They do the projects for you?
Yep.
So, like, you'll buy...
I'll buy stuff for like a birdhouse.
Okay.
Like a straight up, normal birdhouse.
Yeah.
They will take the stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they presented me with like there's nothing else to call it but like a bedazzled birdhouse. You know those bedazzling things they used to have?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that stuff all over the birdhouse. It was like it looked like it was made of gold.
Really?
Yeah, it was incredible.
So but they did that for you.
Oh yeah.
And what was the signal? Was it what made them do that?
That's in the book.
You can't tell us one of these?
It's just a certain look, and it's like a swagger too.
You teach people how to do this in the book?
It's absolutely, yeah. Home Depot.
Yeah.
I went in there to buy just some materials to do a little addition onto my house.
Mm-hmm.
And those dudes in there,
yeah.
I go up to them and I'm buying the stuff and I'm giving them the sign, the look, and they ended up building me a new house for free, a whole new house.
The guys at Home Depot did.
Yep. Yeah.
A whole new house.
Absolutely. Have you heard of Record Store Day, Tom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I scored mightily on Saturday.
Uh-huh. What did you pick up?
Well, there's a store in Manhattan called Other Music.
Sure.
And I went in there doing my thing, and I saw the young lady behind the counter, and I said, I gave her the look and the little hand thing, and I said, I would love to get my hands on that Big Star acetate. You heard about that?
I heard there was like a test pressing.
Test pressing, yeah.
Yeah.
And within an hour, she handed it over to me.
Really?
Yeah, it only cost me $20 and a promise to stay in touch.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. I even get the special treatment from Arthur Treachers.
From Arthur Treachers?
Yeah.
Like what? Like I didn't even know Arthur Treachers was still around.
I know, nobody does really. It's a whole different thing now. Remember, they used to be like a fish and chips emporium, right?
Sure. Yeah, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips.
Yeah. Well, they have a whole new management thing now and a whole new direction. It's basically the same name, but now it's Arthur Treacher's Filth and Chips.
What's that?
Arthur Treacher's Filth and Chips.
Filth and Chips.
Yeah, it's an erotic emporium.
Arthur Treacher, though.
Yeah.
It's still named Arthur Treacher's.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't F with the brand name.
Okay, I'm thrown by the idea of Arthur Treacher's Filth and Chips.
Yeah. Well, they have all kinds of marital aids.
Uh-huh.
Lots of marital aids for everybody.
Okay.
And their marital needs.
Uh-huh.
But they also still have the chips.
They still have chips at the place.
Yeah. Well, it's not French fries anymore. That's what the traditional chips are when you talk of fish and chips. These are actually expired bags of Herr's barbecued flavored potato chips.
So they have, it's like an adult store?
Right, yeah.
So they sell old barbecue potato chips.
Expired bags, yes.
Expired,
yeah.
Okay. And then, like, what's the other stuff?
Marital aids.
Okay.
You can munch along while you're shopping for your marital aids.
Can I ask you a favor?
Sure, what?
Any chance, Myron, you could not use the phrase marital aids again, please?
Why? I don't get it.
It's kind of making my skin crawl.
What is?
That phrase.
Some marriages are in such a state that they need aid. And it's this store performs a service for providing one with marital aids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah?
I'm sorry to do this. I should get rolling soon.
Okay.
And I want to tell you and any of your listeners that if anybody wants to check out more about the book, you can go to my website. Are you ready for that?
Yes, please.
Okay, it's www.mrfahrenheit.com.
Hold on.
It's actually my nickname.
Mr. Fahrenheit is your nickname?
Yeah. Technically, I'm Mr. Fahrenheit Jr. Yeah, my papa is senior.
Your dad is that was his nickname.
That's right. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting story. Do you have a second?
Sure.
Well, back in 1977, my dad, he was on business in New York, and he was just sitting at this bar in Manhattan having a scotch, and this long-haired English rock musician came up to him and just says, "I'm sorry, sir. I've been staring at you for like the last 20 minutes. You are the most attractive person I think I've ever seen of either sex." And my dad was kind of taken aback, and he ended up talking to the gentleman some more, and the man took him up to the hotel to meet the other three members of his rock group, and they just hit it off, and they were in awe of my dad. And they ended up writing a song about him that night, basically based on my dad's catchphrase that he would often say.
Yeah. Which was what?
"Don't stop me now."
Okay.
Yeah. They actually did like a little demo recording that night of the song on just like a couple acoustic guitars and like tapping on the drummer was I think his name's Ricky was tapping on his legs, and they gave him a reel-to-reel tape of it as a little memento, and they referred to him as Mr. Fahrenheit in it, and I just wish that we knew who that band was and whatever became of them, and I guess it's just lost to history, though. It's one of those things. That's probably a big life regret of mine that I never knew who they were, and my dad certainly didn't.
Wait, they did "Don't Stop Me Now"?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Queen.
What is?
The name of the band.
Really?
Yeah.
The band that did "I Want to Break Free"?
Yeah, them.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they did that song about your dad.
Yeah. I wonder if we could sue them.
Well, I don't know if you could sue them.
Yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah. Oh, but my dad his life was cut short. Talk about someone having the world as his oyster. He was on track to become the next Donald Trump.
Really?
Yeah, until the hurricane took him out.
Your dad got killed by a hurricane?
Yeah, well, he was supposed to play Flash Gordon in that remake that they were doing.
The remake of the movie.
Flash Gordon, yeah. Yeah. And he was struck and killed by a roller coaster while he was getting fitted for his Flash outfit. And the roller coaster was called the Hurricane.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
What? He was trying on the costume?
He's getting fitted, yes.
He's getting fitted for the costume to play Flash Gordon.
That's correct, yes.
In that movie, Flash Gordon.
That's correct, yes.
And he got hit by a roller coaster.
That's correct.
Called the Hurricane?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, where was? How on earth did he get hit by a roller coaster?
Well, that's the thing. If one good thing came out of that whole incident, it was the Fahrenheit law.
What is the Fahrenheit law?
The Fahrenheit law states that all roller coasters must be on a track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait. Must be on a track. Aren't all roller coasters on tracks?
Not at that point in time. They weren't. No. I think it was a law. It was put into law, I believe, around 1983 or so. Yeah. And this was one he was actually getting fitted in a trailer on the set, and there was like a runaway roller coaster. Yeah.
And it hit him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It took his chest off.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. There's actually a very nice tribute to him on my website. You should check it out right now. If you can.
Yeah, I'm MrFahrenheit.com.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a picture. This is a guy. It's like a guy with a dude in a little guy in a Portland Trailblazers. Is that a costume? Like a basketball uniform?
No, I mean that's me. That's me with him. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What about the guys? You think he's a little guy?
Well, you're huge.
Yeah. That's Brandon Roy.
From the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 6'2".
Yeah. He's kind of little, I guess.
Well, how big are you?
Excuse me?
How big are you, Myron?
7'1".
You're 7'1".
Yeah, why?
Because you're towering over this guy who's like an NBA guy.
Right, yeah.
And that's you.
That's me, yeah.
I've also got to say, you are stunningly handsome.
Oh, shut up.
No, I'm serious.
Well, I don't want to say that. Thank you, though.
I mean, you're like... I don't even know how to describe you. It's like a... You kind of have like the face of like the rugged face of like John Hamm, like the
right,
that jawline.
I've been told that, yeah.
Yeah, but more attractive though.
Oh.
But also like as a kind of crossed with like a white version of the guy from the Old Spice commercials.
Yep, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like a white version of the Old Spice guy with John Hamm's face, but then you've got like this hair that's like it's like Brad Pitt or something, right?
Wow. Oh, come on, you're making me blush.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Super attractive
well,
guy.
thank you. I thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Why do you bring that up?
Well, I did not know this is what you looked at. Well, it looked like.
Well, yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with the book or anything, though.
Well, I mean, you're saying that you get the things, all these things, these special things everybody does for you.
Right. You didn't see any of those pictures where I'm doing my extreme fighting, did you? I'm kind of proud of those. Check those out.
Click on gallery. Wow.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, isn't it?
You're so ripped in the pictures.
Oh, shut up.
Now, can I just ask you a question?
I take good care of myself. Yeah, go ahead, sure.
I'm getting to this thing. I'm trying to formulate.
Right.
You're saying that this stuff went on.
Right.
Where you go into these places and you give them like a look.
Yeah.
Or like a gesture.
The secret looks.
Yeah. Now, do you think any of that has anything to do with the fact that you are stunningly good looking?
No, of course not. Not at all.
Really?
Not at all, no.
You don't think there's any component?
I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm trying to think. No, I mean, I'm thinking about how I got my book deal. I just went in and I said I got an idea for a book, and the little guy at the front took me to meet the publisher, and I said I had this idea.
Uh-huh.
And she said okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she was into it.
So the little guy at the front.
Right, yeah.
Like, how did you talk to the little guy at the front?
I just said, hey, look, son. I might even done that thing where you put your hand on the guy's top of his head. And you he like starts to swing at you.
Yeah.
And his arms can't reach you.
Yeah.
I did that, yeah. So he took me back to the woman, and one thing.
So wait, so let's just play act this.
Sure.
You walk in.
I go in.
Yeah. I'm the little guy behind the desk.
Right.
And hello, sir. How can I help you?
Yeah, I got an idea for a book that I want you guys to put out like tomorrow. Let me back there. Who's in charge?
Sir, I can't.
And then I start walking back, and then he tries to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do the head thing.
Oh, so you're just bullying him?
No, I'm not.
Well, it sounds like you're 7'1".
Well.
And you're just completely using your size.
No, I'm not.
It sounds like.
Hey, well, check this out. My wife, she knows how to do this stuff too. Mm-hmm. The signals, everything, the hand gestures, and she gets the same stuff I get.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The same stuff you get.
Yep.
I'm looking at. Wait, is this your wife on the website? Here?
Janine, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be the most stunning person I've ever seen in my life. The most stunning woman I've ever seen.
Oh, shut up.
She looks like a young Sophia Loren.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Crossed with it's like an Anne Margaret quality, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
But then kind of like Kate Beckinsale also, right?
Yeah.
She's
a lingerie model. Yeah.
And is this your family?
It is, yeah.
Your kids they're like
little us, I guess, right?
Yeah,
is that what you're trying to say?
They're like small versions of you. They're perfect looking.
They are, yeah. I don't know. Shut up.
What about this? Can't be your dog.
It is, yeah. Yeah, Chip.
And this sounds weird. That's maybe the dog is that's like the most attractive looking dog I've ever seen.
Wow. Well, thank you. He's good looking, I guess. Yeah. He gets his own perks.
Yeah, like he's kind of got like Benji's.
Yeah, he goes into the butcher, and the butcher just hands him a steak. And walks out.
Because let me guess, your dog goes in and gives the look.
Yeah.
Or a gesture.
We've taught him well. Yeah. Yep. The kids go into KB Toys and just drive stuff out. Yeah.
Now, you think none of this has to do with the fact that you guys are perfect looking?
I don't know.
And that well, how tall is your wife? It looks like she's kind of...
She's 6'2". Yeah.
And your kids look proportionate with this.
Yeah. Jimmy is 11. He's 5'5". And Bobby is he's 13. And he's 5'11".
My goodness.
Yeah. Good-looking kids, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like the perfect.
Well, those are your words. Oh, hang on.
Because I think a lot of what's that?
Something's going on here. Hang on. Janine, stand back. Boys, stand back.
Well, what's going on there?
I think someone's breaking in.
Breaking into your house?
To my house, yeah.
Well, you should call the police.
Hang on. What are you doing? No, see. Oh, you don't have to do that. Oh, you don't have to do that. No, come on.
What's going on?
It was a guy who was breaking into my house, dressed in black, had a mask on. I don't know what happened. He had a gun and a knife. I said, "What?" I tried to stop him. He takes one look at me and my family, and he takes out his own wallet and hands it to me. He gave me his money.
Yeah. So you don't see any connection between the fact that you're a 7-1...
He's mowing our lawn now.
Uh-huh. He's mowing your lawn.
You don't have to do that.
You don't see any connection. This is you're a 7-1 Superman.
No, he knows what I know.
And people tend to fall in line with you guys.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he also left this stuff. What is this?
Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure, yeah.
Has anybody you've talked to, what kind of results have people had with the book?
It's still too early to get a definitive answer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, have you had any stories of people going into, going into the McDonald's and asking for the...
Yeah, some people, I guess, haven't been doing it right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What happens? They go in, they say, give me 2 McFilet Mignons to go?
Yeah, so far it falls into two camps. They either get laughed at or they get beaten up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're just not doing it right.
Yeah. It's you.
What do you mean?
It's you. It has nothing to do with
I don't think so.
Secret codes and stuff.
No. I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah?
It's been a long day for me.
Yeah?
And I'm going to relax a little bit, I think, with some... this herbal stuff I've got. It's called emerald.
Oh, my God. I hope...